In celebration of its 70th anniversary, this new Godzilla movie definitely gives us more pluses than minuses. What a poet. This movie takes place post-World War II in Japan. And as the people deal with the effects and pain that comes after a war, a new monster appears which leaves the people of Japan with a new threat to worry about. And yes, this movie is a monster movie about Godzilla, but honestly, this movie was not about a monster to me. This movie was more about the people and the constant wars that they deal with externally and internally as humans. And throughout this movie, we get to experience this pain and this story through the eyes of a kamikaze by the name of Shikishima. Shikishima is fighting this internal war of guilt and pain and loss, and as we connect with him throughout the movie, you see him constantly battling and fighting a war within himself. I connected with him as a character throughout this movie, but it was more of a roller coaster ride if I'm being honest. I was cheering for him, but I was also upset at him, and then I wanted him to win and I wanted to fight by his side and advise him at times. I don't know if I loved him as the main hero of this story, but I definitely connected with him and I wanted to support his journey and I wanted him to win. But speaking of heroes, he wasn't the only hero because this movie does a really good job of having a community of heroes. We have a love interest, a neighbor, some work colleagues, truly a community of heroes. They all played a heroic role in some sort of way, which really shows that in this situation, it wasn't going to be one person to get the job done. It truly had to be this community of heroes. It was a great supporting cast and very unique, and I think anyone who watches this movie will definitely have one or two supporting cast members that they truly connect with. But let's talk about Japan and Godzilla, because damn, Japan and Godzilla are just meant to be. The entire movie is in Japanese, which makes the film feel even more organic and fitting to the characters. Reading the subtitles for some people might be a distraction, maybe new to some people. I didn't have a problem with it because I watched many foreign films throughout the year, so for me it really worked. And I hope it stays in Japan, and I hope it stays in Japanese if there is a sequel. It just feels right, and it connected me to Japan and the whole culture even more. The score was excellent, and if you're a fan of Godzilla from the 1950s, you're going to love this because baby, when that theme song comes on, I promise you, you're going to get chills throughout your body. And watching this movie in the movie theater with the sounds and the visuals and the audience was just so lovely. And hearing the cheers and the applause from the audience was just so special, and it reminded me why I love going to the movies, specifically for these type of movies. It might sound like this movie was perfect, but it wasn't. And for me, the second act was just a little bit dull, but then you're rewarded with this incredible ending. An ending that leaves you with more questions, maybe a tear, and a final line and a dialogue that will make you appreciate the journey that you just took with this movie. This movie respected and served the original Godzilla movie so perfectly, and as much as I came to see a monster movie, I walked away with a more human movie, perhaps the most human Godzilla movie that I have ever seen. It reminded me to lean on hope. It reminded me that sometimes people have demons inside of them, but you just gotta lock into this inner soldier and keep fighting your war because you will fucking win. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like movies, hit the subscribe button. If you wanna check out my last review on The Holdovers, maybe my favorite movie of the year, check out this video right here. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.